If you want to plan a magical proposal in Japan or just have fun with your favourite person, we've got plenty of romantic ideas for you. There's something for everyone, whatever your budget or your taste. I'm Jun from Japan Junkie, and these are the 10 most romantic places in Japan. Number 10. Plenty of places online say that climbing to the top of Mount Fuji is a great idea for a proposal. And while it absolutely can be, it may also be not what you expected. The temperatures are freezing. You'll be very tired and sore and surrounded by thousands of noisy people. Once you get to the top, you may have an incredible view, or you may be standing in a cloud. It's not that you should avoid climbing Fuji-san, but do have a realistic understanding of what it's like if you're hoping to have a romantic experience.
Completed it, but I feel like
The good news is that you don't actually have to be on top of the mountain to have the perfect moment. We have a much easier and safer alternative that doesn't involve walking a whole night without sleeping. Chureito Pagoda is one of the most famous sites of Japan, which means that a lot of other people know about it as well. However, with a bit of preparation, it can be a breathtaking location for a very memorable experience. You'll want to wake up early and make sure it's a clear day so you can actually see Mount Fuji. If the weather is fine, it's usually clearest in the morning. You'll then want to climb the small mountain just slightly higher than the other tourists. Most people stop at one point and then the others just copy the rest. So if you take an extra few steps, you'll be surprised how much the crowd thins out. The cherry on the top of this plan is to wait for the sunrise. This would make a wonderful proposal, but even on your own, it would just make a great memory for the rest of your life. Number 9. Lavender isn't native to Japan, and so large areas are designated for growing the flower for essential oils. The result of this is rolling purple hills covered with flowers. This makes it a perfect destination for people who love nature and getting away from the city, and also for those who want to take great photos. Japan has incredible flower fields throughout the year, but the climate in Hokkaido is perfect for lavender farming, with summer bringing about purple carpets with green mountains in the background. Farm Tomita grows a variety of flowers alongside the lavender, creating a rainbow of flowers, with peak viewing being mid to late July. You can enjoy lavender-flavoured ice cream, or cantaloupe, which is the island specialty. If you're in Hokkaido but you missed the season and didn't get your nature shot, the town of Biei is a 30-minute drive away. It has stunning views, including the famous Shirogane Blue Pond. You'll get the outdoor experience that you missed, along with the beautiful backdrop for your photos. Number 8. If you want a relaxing weekend away, the mountainous town of Hakone is a great option. The area is famous for onsen and ryokans, hot springs and traditional inns. It's also known for the views of Mount Fuji and its natural landscape, especially during autumn and spring. If you stay at a ryokan with an onsen, you may not want to leave your accommodation at all. But if you do feel adventurous, there's plenty to do in the area. A unique way to enjoy the beauty of Hakone is to take a tall ship across Lake Ashi. Right on the edge of the lake is a solitary red torii gate. It's popular with influencers, so if you want to propose here or just get a great photo, we suggest you head there early. Number 7. If you're wanting a luxury experience, taking a cruise across Tokyo Bay is a surprisingly affordable way to enjoy the finer things in life. While day cruises can cost a fortune, we're recommending a company that has tickets starting from 4,500 yen, which is around $45. The Cruise Club Tokyo takes you from Shinagawa to Yokohama, sailing past landmarks including the iconic Rainbow Bridge. It's a refreshing trip during the day, and at night the harbour comes alive with colourful lighting. There are different pricing options depending on your budget. You can take an afternoon or evening cruise if you just want to enjoy the views. Or if you'd like a high-class option, you can take a lunch or dinner cruise where you're treated to elegant fine dining. If this is a special occasion for you, the boat can be chartered for weddings or functions. Number 6. The cherry blossom season in Japan creates a very romantic atmosphere, but planning is important, because while you may be envisioning this, the reality is more likely to be this. We do have some secrets for you. First, choose to go early or late. It might even be better to enjoy the cherry blossoms at night, as some areas light up the trees or hang lanterns after everyone's gone home. Meguro River in Tokyo is very popular at night, and the lights make a magical environment. Second, visit a place outside the city, with poor parking. It might sound strange, but if people can't park, tour groups don't go there. There are plenty of places in Kyoto accessible only by train or on foot. But wherever you are, if you find yourself overly crowded, simply change roads. The tourists tend to stay together, so it can often be less crowded. If it's a windy day, wait for a gust of wind to blow the petals around you before popping the question. Number 5. Sometimes the greatest moments are the simplest, and organising the right hotel can create a perfect setting. Plenty of holiday proposals don't go ahead because the travel partner is too tired to go on the planned activity. You don't have to worry about that if you organise your accommodation to be the special event. A hotel doesn't have to be boring. If you want to have a romantic time that's completely private but special, There are plenty of accommodation options with balconies that offer breathtaking views of the many sites across the country. Or if you like, you can get a place to stay that has your very own onsen. You can even look into love hotels if you have a particular interest, from chocolate all the way to something oddly specific like UFOs. Organising a special event at a hotel is a good way to prevent variables that you can't control, such as changes in the weather. It's also great for introverts who don't like crowds or the attention of proposing in public. Number 4. Across Japan, you can find meotoiwa, meaning wedded rocks. They're part of the Shinto belief that certain rocks contain gods. These particular formations celebrate the marriage of a man and a woman, making them a popular destination for couples. The larger husband rock has a torii gate at the peak. He's retied to the wife rock several times a year using a heavy rope made of rice straw that can weigh 40 kilograms or 88 pounds. The most famous meotoiwa are off the coast of Mie at Futami Okitama Shrine. It's known for its many frog statues. They are messengers who will fulfill certain wishes, especially for finding lost items. The rocks are joined at low tide, but the perfect view is at high tide when the ocean separates the husband and wife. On a summer morning, very lucky couples will see the sun rising between the two rocks, and once again, Mount Fuji will be watching over you. If you and your partner are fortunate enough to see this, it might be considered a good omen for the future. Number 3. Restaurants are often the default destinations for romantic evenings, which is okay, but we're going to give you some options to take it up a level for a special occasion. Why not have a memorable night by dining at a rotating restaurant? The Ginza Sky Lounge offers French fine dining with a 360-degree rotating view of the city, which is even more wonderful at night. If you want something outside of the capital, the Jules restaurant in Sapporo is a good choice. It's set on top of Mount Moiwa and you can reach it by cable car. They serve casual French cuisine alongside an uninterrupted view of the entire city of Sapporo. You could end your day here after visiting the charming Shiroi Koibito Park, which is part chocolate factory, part theme park, famous for their white chocolate cookies. If you don't like heights or you want something a little different, try Zawo. They have restaurants across the country, all with one thing in common: you fish for your own dinner. The seating is often in a boat, but some restaurants offer private booths. You simply open your window, catch your meal, and have it prepared fresh to your table. Number 2. The old city of Kyoto is full of stunning historical places to visit, but one of the most popular proposal settings is the Philosopher's Path. Even though it can get busy, it's 2 kilometers long, meaning that there are plenty of opportunities to casually stroll together until you find the right place. There are lots of stops along the way, from shrines to waterfalls. There are a few small bridges that connect the banks and they make for beautiful photos. The river changes depending on the season, so even if you don't have pink cherry blossoms as your backdrop, you might be treated to lush greenery or fire-coloured leaves. If you're especially lucky, it might even snow. If you want something a little more relaxed, you can head further south to Kamo River. This is where some of the local couples come to sit on the riverbank. If it's raining, don't worry, Kyoto is full of beautiful places, but we recommend Heian Shrine's East Garden. There's a long covered corridor overlooking a garden and a pond. You might recognise it from the movie Memoirs of a Geisha. As a bonus tip, if you want the perfect photo but it's just the two of you, you can hire a photographer to pretend to be a local tourist. These professionals also know secret locations and can help you create and capture the perfect moment. Number 1. Enoshima is a small island south of Tokyo in Kanagawa Prefecture. It's often visited by couples who come to pray for good luck in their relationship. The island is a popular day trip destination for local residents with a Hawaiian or California beach vibe. It's accessible by bridge, and once you arrive, it's entirely walkable, so you can explore it for yourself. Enoshima is full of fascinating history and culture, and there's plenty for you and your loved one to do. Head to the shrine and purify yourself by walking in figure 8s through the grass ring. Then write an ema, a wishing plaque, and hang it on this special tree that has 2 trunks but shares a single stem. You can then get a mizumikuji, which is a slip of paper that reveals your fortune when placed in the water. There are plenty of gardens and restaurants on your way to the Dragon's Love Bell on Lover's Hill. You'll recognise it by all the padlocks that couples attach there. The legend is that if you strike the bell, you're destined to be together forever. The Enoshima Sea Candle is a lighthouse that has views all the way to Tokyo Tower and, you guessed it, Mount Fuji. If you're extremely lucky, you may get a Pearl Fuji, which is when the full moon rises in a way that looks as if it's emerging from within the mountain. This only occurs a few times a year, so don't worry if it doesn't happen. You'll just have to return together another day. Thank you for staying all the way to the end. You can leave a comment with any suggestions you have for future videos. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
ありがとう。またね。